Dr. Mitzos has already called in. Do you want to still hold him off for the?
We got to do a little intro here. If he wants to hold or call back, it's his option. I'd say.
He said he'd hold, so.
Okay, good.
So we'll do him after the break?
Yep.
Okay.
They burn. To learn.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to AIM Impact on Your Health. AIM Impact on Your Health, where every day our goal is to have you learn at least one thing to help you live better and longer. AIM Impact on Your Health is heard each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 to 9 o'clock. I'm Dr. Dennis Courtney, and I'm with you each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 to 9. AIM Impact on Your Health, where each day you'll find current medical news, knowledgeable guests, fascinating health topics, and of course, where we do encourage you to call in to join in. Well, folks, it is a Friday. We will make this a get 'em up out of town version. We're going to do a short segment at the beginning, sort of a Boresha update. We had great festivities here in my office on Wednesday with Dr. Angelo Mitzos, who was in attendance, and a lot of you were out there. We really enjoyed being with you. Sort of recap that experience. I've asked Dr. Mitzos to come on board this morning and share some of what he felt about the whole thing, and I'll do the same. By the way, if you were here, encouraging you especially to call today and let us know what you thought about the Boresha tastings we had the other night and the products that you sampled, and well, be honest. What do you think about them? I'd just open air mic and let you say whatever you need to say. But Boresha is a new company we've been talking about for quite some time, especially on Fridays. We're going to do it again today. Follow the plan. 7 to 7 is your pathway to heaven, and it's a way for you to take a little walk on your own to take control of your weight issues, your carbohydrate issues, and do so with a fine drink at your side. We'll talk more about that. So over the course of our discussion with Dr. Mitzos, or if you were one of the people who were there the other night, why don't you give us a call? It's 412-825-6262. That's 412-825-6262. Our first segment today, the Boresha Tasting Aftermath. Be with you on that after our first break. Now, the month is moving along. This is that month that I count backwards anyway. The number is 9 and counting. Two of my little lovelies are returning to school. Aren't yours? And August is that month that goes backwards, never forwards, focusing on that first day back. Coming up soon, folks. No fear. We're going to be having our eye protocol offered here starting on Monday morning. I'll report to you how this particular group is doing. We'll have the opportunity to assess and then reassess on how effective this 3-day eye treatment program has been. Of course, you know that we've been featuring this protocol now for over a year where we've been running the show. Started in July 2013. And each and every month we hold a 3-day treatment program, especially for those afflicted with the retinal eye diseases like macular degeneration, glaucoma, and diabetic retinopathy. Really nowhere to go with those 3 diagnoses in terms of reversing any damage that may have occurred. I know that's Seems like, well, how can that be? That's just the way it is. But with the Dr. Ed Conrad approach, a board-certified ophthalmologist, Pittsburgh born and raised, this program that he put into play actually reverses these eye diseases in as little as 3 days. So it starts everybody back to a road of success with vision that has been lost in 3 days. And then at 3 months, 6 months, and a year, giving you what you need to do at home, we expect that to just get better and better and better. Won't be able to get you involved with this particular group. I'll pass on to you when our September eye program will be. But nonetheless, you've come to expect each and every month that we run it, and we'll be running it here this month. On the 25th, we're going to launch another program. A lot of things going on here with respect to your personal issues of weight loss issues, whether or not you're diabetic, pre-diabetic. And so if you can handle things on your own, we got the 7 to 7 program. But if you need a coach, and a lot of people think that they do, we have a TLS. By the way, no one's asked what TLS stands for. I actually didn't know. I had to go look it up, and I can reveal to you today. It's Transitions Lifestyle Systems. And on the 25th, Dr. Tyson Swagger, a chiropractor from our area, along with the lovely Patricia, who's going to run these programs. We're going to talk all about this program we're going to launch at the end of September, and more about that at that time. Anyway, we'll have plenty of time to discuss it. It is an open phone Friday, right after we get up to the Boresha segment. Dr. Angelo Mistos is in the wings. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, let's get some input from the great Dr. Mistos about how he felt about these. He's been involved in a number of them. And I want to hear from you. If you were here, give us a call, 412-825-6262. We will be back in just a moment. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back once again to AIM Impact on Your Health. Heard here in KHB 620 each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 to 9. I'm Dr. Dennis Courtney with you today on a Friday morning version of the show. Now, Friday mornings have become special around here. We've been launching for some time now a miraculous go-to set of drinks, a coffee, a tea, and a new lemonade that have some properties that, well, you just can't find any other place. These properties will help you get control of your weight issues, your diabetic issues, your inability to process carbohydrates properly. And to think that's all wrapped up in such a wonderful tasting drink, well, that's what we've revealed to you now. And started with a tasting the other night here. A lot of you got a chance to try them, the products that is, and Dr. Angelo Mistos, who was the gentleman who introduced me to this company, was also in attendance, and I think we had a lovely time. I'm bringing him again back to you this morning to get his take on the whole doggone thing and see how it stacks up to previous tastings he's been involved with, and just give you the opportunity to hear more about this wonderful line called Boresha, the go-to drinks that can turn it all around for you. We're here with Dr. Mistos right now. Let's say good morning and welcome back, Dr. Angelo.
Hey, good morning, Dr. Courtney. It's good to be back.
Well, it's with you and this Boresha, which is really, it's exploding now. A lot of people are learning about it. Some intriguing things are coming up. I know you're going to share them with us. but the term Boresha, I think, is becoming old hat. Everybody seems to have heard of it. If they haven't tried it, we'll talk about how and where they can actually do that. But Dr. Mitzos, you've been having these so-called tastings, which this was my first experience with them for a long time. And so how did you think it all went? You were the guy in the driver's seat, and you got all the experience. What did you think about the group we had? Was that a typical experience that you're used to seeing? And just give me your overall reaction, and our listeners too.
Well, Dr. Courtney, it was better than average, absolutely. And what a fun time we had! What a great evening, interacting with positive people that are very interested in improving their health. First of all, I want to thank your great staff. You know, Kim, who helped set up the display table. When people enter into your office, it's beautiful, but you got the friendly, smiling staff right there, looking right at you. Sarah, who stayed, of course, and is always available to help your listeners and your patients with any sign-up computer questions.
Sure.
But no, I mean, it was outstanding. We enjoyed the organic fat-burning coffee. I mean, we couldn't keep up with brewing it, actually. I think we got slim, we got lean, we got fit, and when we had the sweetener, I think we had a sweet experience there. And really, I mean, I came in with a big load, and I went home empty-handed there. But that's what it's all about.
Well, I'm glad to hear that we were better than just your average tasting. I thought that, well, of course, the patients or the listeners to this station are really not your average people. They're super able to scrutinize whatever they get involved with their own health. A drink to them is a pretty important step. I mean, it's not taken very lightly, and so they enjoy hearing about the science. And well, we wanted to see what the taste experience was like. And I think to just about the person, they went away pleasantly surprised and happy they came out to experience the Boresha line, a coffee, a tea, and this new thing, the lemonade, which you thought is the hit of show. I think you put your finger on it. I think that was the hit of show.
Yeah, you know, that's becoming my favorite. I was not a big coffee drinker, but when Boresha started, the fat-burning coffee was the only product. So I forced myself to drink it, and I got positive results. But now, I think, you know, you just tear open the pack of the lemonade. You can put it right in bottled water, shake it up, and if you're driving, you're good to go. It's just very convenient. It's absolutely delicious, and it burns fat. You know, what else could you ask for?
Yeah, I think the phrase you mentioned just a second ago is probably one that we should elaborate on over and above how great these things taste. But you say you got wonderful results. What do you mean by that? Because I think that's what catches people off guard, that something that can taste this good has some components and properties that make it extremely unique. And when you say good results, how do you mean that?
Well, as we heard from the lead scientist several weeks ago, the products, because of their glycemic index and glycemic load, and also because of this special patented chromium, are thermogenic, meaning that you can burn fat even without exercise. And then when we add in the fact that we are controlling our cravings, it controls hunger, and so we're going to end up eating less. I mean, we want people to eat, but of course, one of the biggest problems in weight management is that stress-related eating, where we're constantly hungry. And you know, you've talked now many times about this other effect where consuming too many diet products, artificial sweeteners, and the average consumer is confused. They go into the grocery store and they see sugar-free everywhere. I mean, that's the big craze now, sugar-free.
Sugar-free, no carbs, no calories. They think, oh, this is perfect. All those chemicals in there. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll just bite my lip and bring it on because I need to have something. But that little something, it turns out, it's the exact opposite of what they need. Would you take a little moment and talk about how normal diet drinks actually put more weight on you than it helps to take off?
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, this all began, when you really look at the CDC graph of the obesity and type 2 diabetes epidemic, it began right around 30 years ago in the early 80s. with the introduction of, remember, there was Tab, and then there was another product. The Diet Colas. We won't mention any brands.
But it all started with Tab. I remember it. I remember Tab.
The Diet. And then now, of course, you go into every restaurant, every convenience store. If you go to the coffee area, you're going to see the blue packet, the pink packet, and the yellow packet. And they're all artificial sweeteners. And so this is what people are doing over and over again. You know, the fast food industry, of course, you know, you go through the drive-thru, you get the big gulp thing, you know, the big size diet drink, and we think that we're helping ourselves, but in fact, there's a response where too many artificial sweeteners, actually, as soon as that extreme sweetness hits the tongue, a signal is sent to the brain, and there's a chemical cascade that causes insulin release. And, you know, this whole metabolic syndrome problem is all about excessive insulin causing more insulin resistance. That's what leads to the type 2 diabetes epidemic. You know, 80% of the population that is overweight are either pre-diabetic or progressing to that area, and you see it every day as you see the lab results, which you talked about. And so we need to reverse this trend. And that's what Boresha is all about, cutting-edge science, proven science, and delicious products, and your listeners got a chance to experience that.
Yeah, and by the way, we're still beckoning those that you may have been here, and I know you do listen to the show. Give us a call if you have a mind to sort of weigh in on how you feel the products tasted. I think our listeners would love to hear from you. That number, 412-825-6262. I'll listen for some knock on the door. I'll let you in the store really quick. Boresha took some new steps, 7 steps, as a matter of fact. The number 7 is 7 come 11. I don't think we'll get to the 11 part, but the number 7 is weighing up really large in the Boresha company with a plan called 7 to 7. Now, take a little moment, because I think that that is another interesting component that Boresha brings to the table that allows people to follow a path. Whereas, you know, the willpower and one thing on your own is certainly important. But if you can follow a plan, it makes it so much easier. Could you take just a moment and talk about what this 7 to 7 plan is that Boresha has in play now?
Yes, Dr. Courtney. This is a comprehensive roadmap, a step-by-step system. And the people that are ordering the Boresha products, they get the 7 to 7. It's just part, no additional cost. It's just part of the entire program. And it's going to walk us through a system. Because while the products are the catalyst, and we need some immediate success, immediate results, immediate rewards to feel better, feel positive about the whole experience, but later on we need to create a lifestyle change. And that's what the 7 to 7 does. And this will be information that will be sent right through an email in incremental steps. We're starting to receive it already. And it's based on the number 7 because we've recognized some very important things. For example, you want to basically be eating between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. It's really not healthy to be eating late at night. You want to drink, for example, 7 glasses of water a day. And I'll tell you, that's hard for most people. However, with the beverages that Boresha offers, I mean, 3 or 4 of those are going to be the water that we add to the products anyway. Mm-hmm. So it's not that difficult at all. We want to get 7 hours of sleep. That's the optimum. So this information will be provided. It's going to be part of the comprehensive roadmap, and it's very exciting.
It absolutely is. And as I say, for those of you who are strong-willed enough, just need a little bit of strategic planning, you're going to really enjoy having it rolled right into the fact that you're going to have one of the greatest drinks or go-to drinks that go on. Talking about the drinks, I thought it was interesting. I'd like to have you share your opinion on it. As we sat here the other night, everybody's taste experience was just a little different and unique to them. And it seemed like every single person would come, well, geez, I'd like it a little sweeter, or I would like it a little more tart, so what I found was that you should tweak these as long as if you need a sweetener, You got a sweetener with the Boresha, people. You can sweeten up anything to a better sweetened taste. And you can add lemon to the lemonade to make it more tart. I saw people mixing the tea, which is mango peach, with the lemonade. I tried that. That was a wonderful combination. I say, you know, tweak it sweet, tweak it tart. Make your go-to drink a work of art. How about that for a little Muhammad Ali stuff there, okay? A little rhyming that works. But I find that you need to have a go-to drink that you put your seal on for you, and it looks like it might not be the way that Boresha brings it to you. You can concentrate it, make it more concentrated, less concentrated. You can sweeten it, and you can make it tart, and you should, so that it's your signature drink. I like that concept. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, there's clearly individual preferences, and it's really simple. We were making it in a pitcher, you know, in large quantities, so that's where we were experimenting for sure. We had to get the right taste. But yes, you're right. There's individual preferences, and as the new products come out, people can pick and choose what works best for them.
Well, just let's talk a little bit about how so many people listen to us, and we had, I don't know, 25 to 30 folks here the other night, and certainly many more than that listen to us, and maybe you want to try it. Maybe they, you know, South Hills, some people really traveled a great distance to come here. Others did not. But for those of you that live in other areas, you got some up-and-coming events. I'd like you to just announce to get them ready. There may be a tasting near them. Could you talk about that for just a moment?
Oh, absolutely, Dr. Courtney. You know, one of the things we learn in referral marketing is that good people lead us to other good people. And I know you and I are very excited about our new business partner and distributor, Dr. Lori Lankowitz. Dr. Lori is the president and CEO of a company on the north side called Balance for Wellness, balanceforwellness.com. And she is an absolute visionary and leader in integrative medicine. And right away, Dr. Lori recognized the value of the Boresha products, the value of organic, natural products, and a holistic, integrative approach to healthcare. And I know you're doing some things with her on the integrative side, but she is now available. She has products. Anybody that lives on the North Hills in Wexford.
Yeah, she's got two offices right now, one in Mars, not the planet, folks, the town, Mars, and one in Butler. And they're all going to be consolidated here coming up in the month of September to a new facility out there on Route 8 just south of Butler. It's supposed to be a gorgeous facility. And we've been talking about extending our reach, meaning my own personal reach and involvement with her new project. And she is right on it. She jumped on the Boresha product. She recognized it for what the uniqueness of it on her own. She didn't take much encouragement. In fact, she self-motivated herself. I want to encourage anyone who, because I know she's got a bunch of product that is aware of Dr. Lori Lankowitz and her operation. She's set to let you try these things right now, but we're going to have a formal tasting up there in the very near future. We don't have it scheduled yet, but when I say near future, I'm going to guess that by the end of September there's going to be one up there too, right?
Yes, absolutely. And I would encourage people. I mean, people that know Dr. Lori, please call her at 724-687-0731. 724-687-0731. If you don't know her, you need to know her at balanceforwellness.com. Balanceforwellness.com. And she has made a commitment. She's going to have products here probably today in her office if you want to try them, taste them. But I would get her perspective because she's very experienced. She's an absolute leader in her field. And you know how you go to a doctor and you get treated physically, but you know people like Dr. Courtney, Dr. Lori, you know they're going to take an approach not only physically but the mental approach, emotional, spiritual approach. And well, we're very excited. I mean, now you got the South Hills, Doc, and Dr. Lori's got the North Side. We're covering the area.
It's growing, and to think it all started here. Boresha's been in operation for like 5 years, but this new relaunch on the 7th, in the 7th month, on the 7th day, July 7th, with these new products, which, by the way, There will be 7 total products, and right now there's only 4, and they're going to be released rather soon. Could you talk about, and I'm so excited, what the heck will these new products be, and are they going to meet what I've come to expect from Boresha? They're one of a kind up till now, and I don't think they released something that is a dud. They only know excellence, and do you got any idea what these products may be?
Well, I'm hoping that they're coming out hopefully in September, but I'm hoping it's, we got the beverages covered. What if we had something now that we can consume like a bar or
something you can actually eat, huh?
Yeah,
yeah.
Something we can eat that you can eat on the go. But I can tell you this: it's going to be all natural. It's going to be gluten free. It's going to be all natural. It's going to be low glycemic with a low glycemic load, and it's going to be absolutely delicious. That we know for sure.
Okay, so and then we don't have to wait too long. You say September, they're going to roll the 3 more products out in September, or at least 1 or 2, or how?
That's what the word seems to be. Yeah.
Well, it's not too far away. I mean, we're coming up in the last week soon of August, so here's me counting backwards to get my kids off to school. I'll count backwards to the month of September too. So let's just say, looking forward. Probably is it going to be on the 7th day of September? The number 7 rings in my mind so much. Another thing I want to hit. For people listening, let's talk about how it is that they can right now go to their computer. This is a product that will not, I say will not, be sold in stores. If you're going to try it, you have to try it here or one of these tastings, or you can go to the computer right now in an online way, get these products into your home. Could you talk a bit about that, Dr. Mitsos?
Yes, absolutely. Because you use PittsburghEyeProtocol.com, that could be the easiest way.
I would encourage everybody out there. You've heard me talk about the eye program. I've taken all products, and Boresha just included as one of them, and put them up for their availability on the website that you know as PittsburghEyeProtocol.com. So I'm going to recommend that you go to PittsburghEyeProtocol.com, and on the opening page, the top banner there has a little button marked Products. Click on the products, and then when you do, it'll take you to a page full of products, but the very first entry is Boresha International. Once you click on that, you are automatically brought into my particular store on the Boresha website family, and there you'll be able to get directly to where you can enroll. We say one of the best ways of handling this, to get this product as cheap as you can, pay a $49 fee for the year, and you get to purchase these products at the same level I do. And that's what we really want you to do, because we don't want you to have to spend retail on this. A little bit about that concept, Dr. Mitsos?
Well, absolutely. It just makes sense to pay the fee, the small fee, and now you're buying at wholesale. And you also want to be on the auto ship program, where you don't even have to think about it. You'll just receive them at your doorstep every month. But definitely get the wholesale discount pricing, and it's just that simple. When you go on that website, I think the last time we looked, I don't think they changed the colors. You look for the pink banner.
Oh yeah, that's right. We got to mention, because you get lost. We had too many people call and say, "Hey, what do I do?" Once you get onto that Boresha website, there's a banner that moves from right to left, and it changes colors. There's a purple, a green. There's also a pink. When the pink one comes up, there's a little button there marked Join Now. That's the one you click, and with that, you're taken to the ability to enroll. Because if you don't make that move, you're going to stay in the retail side of this, and the pricing is not as good, absolutely not as good, from your perspective as a person who's going to be buying this. You want to get these drinks as inexpensive as possible. Pay that $49 fee, and it'll be well. In the first order, you'll already get it back.
Yes, and I had a chance to meet Sarah for the first time. I heard a lot about her. Finally met her, and she got out the laptop there. She's ready to help people as well, and I think people that are within driving distance to your office I mean, just stop. I mean, if they have any questions or issues or challenges, just stop in and sit down with Sarah. Sarah knows how to do it.
Yeah, she's been helpful already. And if you're having difficulty, and I know many of you, some of you don't even have computers, okay? And we would rather help and assist you of getting this thing accomplished. So, Sarah, hopefully she doesn't get angry with me, but Sister Sarah will be happy. And I mean it. I know her too well. I'll be happy to get you completely signed up, as I say, with the Boresha family, so you can start these products coming in. And we'll walk you through it. If you have a computer and need a little help, we can help walk you through it on the phone and get you to where you need to go with a couple of steps. So give us a call at 724-942-3002 and ask for Sister Sarah, and she'll be there available to help you, I'm sure. Any other points you want to make here, Doctor, before I let you go?
No, I think it was a very successful event, Dr. Courtney. We're certainly going to have many more in your office, but again, look for the next tasting. We'll be announcing it, and maybe Dr. Lori will be on your show as well. But it'll be, I think, at her Mars location. Yeah, she is in transition, but probably.
Oh, even before she moves, because she's going to be moving to a new place in the middle of September. She's ready to go. Well, that woman doesn't let grass grow under her foot. So why am I surprised? It's probably going to happen sooner rather than later. I'll tell you what. I'm going to bring Dr. Lori on the show next week, so you all have a chance to meet her. I can't say enough great things about her. And her partner is Melissa. She runs the Butler office. There's Lori who runs the Mars, and they're all going to, I think, consolidate and meet up somewhere on Route 8. I don't know it well enough to speak. I'll let Lori tell you. Okay.
Yeah, well, we spoke, and she's very excited about being on your show. And I think your listeners are going to be very impressed.
Okay. Dr. Mitzos, I want you to have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for sort of helping this get moved along in my office. I really thought that was a wonderful experience. And you'll be helping Lori. And for folks out there, as you come to one of these tastings, I'm pretty sure you'll always be seeing Dr. Mitzos there and have a chance to meet him face-to-face. And certainly his golden voice will be on our show. We'll be giving you Boresha updates on a regular basis. Thank you, Dr. Mitzos, for your help today.
Thank you, Doc.
Okay, there you have it, folks. Dr. Angelo Mitzos, a podiatrist up in the Newcastle area, actually has offices in Monroeville. And so if you think you'd like to consult with him, we'll help facilitate an opportunity for you for your foot problems. Anyway, we network here in all aspects. Let's do this. We're going to take a short break. We open them up to you when we return on any single thing you'd like to talk about. The number to do that, 412-825-6262. It's a get 'em up, out of town version of the show. It's a Friday version. Be right back. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back once again to AIM Impact on Your Health. Heard here on KHB 620 every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 to 9. I'm Dr. Dennis Courtney with you today on a Friday morning version of the show. It is what we call a get 'em up out of town version. Always looking to let you have a chance to vent get rid of that pressure, as I say, that may have been building up with the previous shows that led up to the Friday week. The number to do that, 412-825-6262. That's 412-825-6262. Not sure. Do we have a knock on the door? Come on the store. Hello, welcome aboard. Go right ahead. I think they left us. Hey, hope we didn't confuse you. Call right back, and I'll listen for that knock. 412-825-6262. Now, in this sort of the same theme as the Boresha Very Healthy Drinks, concomitantly, another program is moving quite nicely down the pathway, where a little more formal help and assistance is available. This is just wait. Some people do much better on their own. They don't need any help. They just need just a little bit of a guide. And I think that the Boresha 7 to 7 program is that avenue of pursuit for you. By the way, no matter which program you ever get into, you're going to need a go-to drink that won't screw up everything you're working toward. And so the Boresha component should be there, whether you're on your own or whether you can and would appreciate being part of a group and being coached. So I'll be talking about quite a bit now between now and our launch date, September 27th, a program referred to as TLS. I can now report to you, because I've looked it up, what TLS meant for the while. I just didn't know. It's Transitions Lifestyle Systems, and I'll be talking a little more about this morning. But we do have a knock on the door, so come on in the store. Hello and welcome aboard. What's on your mind?
Good morning, Dr. Courtney.
Hello, Teresa.
I just want to say I'm really enjoying hearing the report about the Boresha, because it sounds fascinating to me.
Oh, yeah.
Very promising.
It really is. We missed you the other night, but
I wanted to be there.
There'll be other ones, and in the meantime, if you need help to get the stuff in, Sarah's there available for you too.
Well, here's what I need, and if you don't mind my mentioning it. See, I haven't been able to get down to see you as my doctor to get my life-needing IV treatments, nutrition treatments.
Sure.
I really need a ride to that. I would have liked to be there the other night with you folks, but I am lacking. I'd be glad to pay somebody. I was wondering if anybody thought they would ever be able to stop by Squirrel Hill and take me down to you for treatment. I'll pay them. Maybe they could leave their phone number at your office with Kim. Kim is so helpful to me always. Maybe they say, okay, tell Teresa to call me sometime.
Well, thanks for putting that out in the airway. There are plenty of people that come by there. Hey, Teresa's asking for a little help here. By the way, Access comes here. Does Access ever help you?
My back is injured now from the van. I can't ride the van. I just won't get on. I want to lose my back.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I've got enough sickness, but my back can't. It's not discomfort. It's severe. So I can't. But they will not give me a car, a sedan. I told them, I won't ask you for a sedan to go out and buy a Coca-Cola. They said, we don't have many. I said, I don't want many. Just take an old lady to the doctor, to a very, very vital appointment. I need a car.
So you can't handle riding in a van. Is that what I hear you saying?
Yeah, I'm not going to get on it again because, it's been banging my back, and my back hurts so bad.
Oh, goodness.
It used to be discomfort. But
right.
now it's pain, and I'm afraid of injury. It hurts from the tailbone, it goes away.
All right. Well, Teresa, we hear your plea. Look, you put the APB out. My listeners coming through there. If anyone thinks they can help Teresa, call us here, 724-942-3002. We'll get you in touch with Teresa.
Okay.
There's some great people listening to the show. And
I'll pay them for driving me to you. Okay. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks for your call. There you have it, folks. Yes, we help in all ways. And somebody coming through, how about somebody like from the Penn Hills, Monroeville area? I know I do go to Monroeville office, so once you get beyond Squirrel Hill, usually people are moving from there toward Monroeville. Anybody coming in past the Squirrel Hill tunnels, my heart skips a beat when I think of the Squirrel Hill tunnels, because I always get trapped there, We're today on Friday version of the show. It's a get 'em up out of time version of the show. We have you come on in, set the agenda. The number to do that, dialing us up is 412-825-6262. That's 412-825-6262. We got another knock on the door. So come on in the store. Hello and welcome aboard. What's on your mind?
Hi, Dr. Courtney.
Hi.
I was wondering, I fell about 2 months ago, and I hurt my lip that was cut and bruised, and in that lip area is still kind of like a bubble of tissue. I don't know if it's scar tissue, and the nerves are tender there. And I was just wondering, would your ozone treatments be helpful in that?
Well, if you have a wall, in other words, once you hit yourself pretty hard, you get a walled off area where very difficult for things to get in from the inside. I compare those walled off areas. I don't want you to take this in any other way other than I think the best word to describe abscess, where you get an area and there's not a good blood supply to that area, and it takes a doggone long to heal, that you need to be able to approach it from the outside in. And there is a topical form of ozone we've gotten great results with called ozonated olive oil. Have you ever heard us talk about it before?
I actually had it once, and I think I still have a product that's ozonated, and it's for teeth. So I could try that.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that ozonated product for teeth, but I can tell you that we have this ozonated olive oil, and when you impregnate olive oil with ozone, by the way, you bubble it in constantly, 24 hours a day, for about 3 months. I'm talking about ozone. That's a long time. What happens is that the olive oil takes up the ozone to such a degree that ozone is not released. I'm told that whenever they make ozonated olive oil, that's why I'm saying you've got to be really specific about what the ozonation impregnation item is, because olive oil maintains the ozone in its helpful state for 10 years. I mean, the product does not break down. So if this is an ozonated olive oil form, then pretty much, unless you bought it in the decade of the 90s, you're in good shape. But if you haven't, consider upgrading or switching to ozonated olive oil. When you put it on now, it's not an oil form at all. It's sort of like it's a salve, and then when it's refrigerated, it turns into a relatively hard product, and it's able to be put on a very thin layer. I say that I've seen so many cases now where a topical application has literally changed people overnight. That's my recommendation.
Well, when I fell, I also injured the nerve to the tooth. And would an injection, and I'm working with Dr. Bozzato, but would an injection into that area help the nerve heal? Should I just do the ozonated oil?
Let's say when it comes to the neurological component there, I believe that's where you work from the inside out and the outside in. So the one thing is the lesion, the other thing is the nerve, and as to whether it gets direct injection or whether you get IV and have it move around to get to the actual root of the nerve, it's the origination of the nerve. Shouldn't use the word root. The origination of the nerve, all the way out to its final tentacles. I think an inside out of ozone, whether that's IV or prolozone, and an outside in, which is a ozonated form of olive oil, the two would have the greatest potential to revive any tissue and bring it back to a vibrant form.
All right, great. I'll be out for the oil. And you do carry the oil?
Yes. Call Kim. I know that we ran out about a week ago, and a new batch is on its way in. Check with Kim before you come out. You want to pick it up and take it with you, and we'll make sure we have it. Okay?
All right, great. Thank you, Dr. Courtney.
Absolutely my pleasure. Yeah. Ozonated olive oil. Big hit around here. We're looking wonderful with any kind of skin lesions at all. And I was pretty impressed with the fact that we do bubble ozone into water, and we use that in our eye patients. For instance, on Monday, every day we give our patients a freshly set bubbled of eye drops, which is just water with ozone bubbled into it. But that only holds up, the ozone only holds up in the water for 4 to 5 hours, and it's gone. But this olive oil gets so impregnated with it that it retains the ozone for up to 10 years, making this product highly reactive, able to do the wonderful things that ozone can't do, and certainly not a short-lived product. It'll hold up for a long period of time. Ozonated olive oil. Don't think oil. Think like a salve, a very hard consistency salve, and you'll have the right idea in mind. Okay, here we are on a Friday morning version of the show, folks. It is a get 'em up out of town version of the show where we have you come on in. We're going to take one more, our last commercial break. If you think you got a mind to giving us a call, dial us up at 412-825-6262. Get it off your chest. That pressure is going to hurt you over the weekend. Vent. Come on, call in. Vent. See you in a moment. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back once again to AM Impact on Your Health. Here on a Friday morning, get 'em out of town version of the show where we let you come on in and set the agenda as you see it. To do so, you dial us up at 412-825-6262. Question or comment, any form of communication is okay with me. 412-825-6262. I listen for a knock on the door and I let you in the store. I've just heard a knock. Come on in. Get it off your mind. What's on your mind?
Hi, Doc.
Hi.
I wanted to say I enjoyed your tasting.
Yes, you were here. Good.
Mm-hmm.
You're the one who was doing the experimentation with, sweetening it, tartening it, making it a little more sour. And did you finally come up with a combination that will work for you?
Yeah, I did that, and I think we both tried with one woman that she mixed
the two.
The tea together.
Yeah, she mixed the tea and the lemonade. Turned out it was a concoction that was so unique. It could be my go-to. Okay, it really could.
Yeah, I thought that was excellent. And of course, I like my lemonade a little more tart, but most people don't, so I added a little bit lemon and a little more water when I got home. But I think the products themselves are a great idea, and I was surprised about the sweetener. I've never tasted a sweetener other than sugar or honey, well, agave. But, I never tasted one that came out of a container that had a good taste.
Yeah, all natural stuff in there. Basically, it's extracts of fruits, various fruits. I, to this day, don't know what monk fruit. Do you know what monk fruit is? I don't.
Monk fruit is...
Monk.
Yeah, I've seen it, what it looks like, and it's a strange-looking thing. But I don't really know where it comes from. You know what? I think I'll find out and let you know.
Well, I mean, there was a grape juice extract, okay? I identified with that in that sweetener. But the point is, there's nothing artificial in there. I mean, this isn't sucralose or any of the loses. These are the natural sugars found in, and the fact that it's such a low glycemic index, and it blunts that the word that Dr. Mitsos was avoiding is the cephalic response. That's the scientific name for sweet things that you taste make your insulin gush from your pancreas, and that's not a good thing at all. And as sweet as that sweetener is, that blunts that response. I don't know how they get away with it. I don't know how they do it, but to blunt that cephalic response is a good thing to do. And yes, you can sweeten anything up with a sweetener. You can make anything tart with a little additional lemon. I thought that was a great addition there. So when you got home, when you put a little bit more lemon in it, it was like the way you could do it, right? It's your go-to drink for you?
Yes, I thought it was very good that way.
Perfect.
But one thing I thought that I really liked is the coffee needed nothing. The coffee was tasty. It was smooth.
Oh, great. That you mentioned that because that's usually, well, I mean, it's just traditionally our starter drink for every day. A lot of people, by the way, I had to back off of the coffee a number of years ago. I couldn't handle the acidity of that coffee, and so I've had, for years now, been able to do quite well without it. Now, I can't live without it because I don't get that thing talking back to me. So I take that cup of coffee. It's thermogenic. Once I drink it, I'm able to actually burn fat. I think that's a plus. And any hunger cravings that I may have are immediately quashed. I think it's a great go-to.
I think you're right. And speaking of burning fat, I mentioned this at your event, and I will mention it again. I just think that anybody who is one of your patients, and or even not somebody who's listening, and who is using the tea or using Boresha products specifically for weight loss and burning fat, they ought to check with you about their thyroid so they get the best benefits. Because if they don't, and their benefits might be sluggish if they have a really bad thyroid.
I did you brought it up the other night, and thanks for mentioning it here because it's something that just has passed me by. I haven't mentioned it ever within the context of the Boresha line. But Western Pennsylvania folks, especially the ladies, have one heck of a time with thyroid. And if you want to optimize your ability to get to any weight that you want to get to, ladies, you've got to control that thyroid. The drinks will help you, but you'll be helped so much greater and so much quicker if the thyroid is treated concomitantly so that you have a metabolic rate able to burn the fat. We say this is thermogenic. Yes, it is. But if you're able to have a metabolic rate set by your circulating thyroid hormone that upregulates the thermogenicity, you've made the Boresha product much more potent from your perspective and much more able to help you. So, that was a good point that you brought up the other night. And thanks for calling and mentioning to everyone listening, because if I'm not treating you already for your thyroid, I certainly will. So come on in and see me too, and we'll get you a free sample of this stuff before you leave.
I think that would be good. And I wanted to invite your listeners to an event that I'm doing on Wednesday. And I'm going to try, but I'm not promising, to have some of the Boresha with me so people can taste it. But they say that there's no free lunch, and I'm here to say that there is, because I'm going to do a lunch talk at the Lunch and Learn series in the public market. And the topic is about gluten. And a lot of people don't really think about it, but if they're having weight losses and they've had their thyroid done and they're doing thermogenics and they're still wondering what their issues are, they may want to look at the gluten issue. And I'm going to talk about why people may or may not want to think about the gluten issue, what it affects, how it affects their brain and their body. And I'll try to have some version of there, but they do get a free lunch, and it's at noon on Wednesday at the public market. So
you have a blurb. There actually is a free lunch.
There's a free lunch.
There's a free lunch, and there may be Boresha that you can set up. Hey, look, they're going to have people to come. By the way, when you say the public market, I don't know what that is. What is the public market? What is it?
The public market they moved it. So for anyone who hasn't been there this year, they moved it at the beginning of the season. The public market is a place where a lot of local vendors come and sell their products. It's not just food, but there is food there. There are homemade cheeses. There's organic meat. Clarion River Farms has organic meat there, and their products are very good. They have organic vegetables. There are places that have farm-fed cheeses there.
Where is it? Where do you go to do this?
there's a little brewery there, not a brewery, but a tasting. You can buy the the microbrews. They have a real outlet there, so you can get down there. You can get meat and vegetables and cheese and have a sip of beer, and there's a wine taster there.
Where is there? When you say down there, where is down there? What's that mean?
I'm sorry, it's at the corner. It's on 10th Avenue.
Okay.
And it's right on the corner of 25th and 10th.
Oh, that's in the strip.
There's parking there, and there's some handicap parking also.
The corner of 25th and Penn. Wednesday, you say? Is that what it is?
What was that?
You say it's on Wednesday?
Yes. Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Yes, Wednesday at noon. It's from noon to 1. I'll be there a little early, and I'll stay a little longer for people who might have questions or issues that they'd like to talk about. And like I said, I'm going to try to bring some Boresha there so that people can try it out. And
another
it's a lot of fun.
There you go. Hey, Wednesday, it's a midweek, noon. The blurb is, folks, there is a free lunch, and you can learn about gluten and how to avoid it to learn that you have a gluten issue. Faith is pretty much on that topic. I'm glad to hear that you got that new venue, and thanks for calling up today, and really thanks for being here the other night. Your participation was duly noted. I'm glad to hear you have a go-to drink now, and you're in the Boresha family, or soon will be.
I am, and I'm looking forward to being at one of your events like that.
Okay.
So,
good luck to you, Faith. Hope you have a wonderful turnout for it. Free lunch. Faith will be there. Faith Logowski. All right. So our friends are checking in today. Look, we're coming up to the bongo portion of the show. We'll be saying get on out of here in just a moment. Look forward to seeing you next week. I protocol. I'll talk about it with the group 18, 19, 20. We're going to get Lori here. You got to meet Lori, folks. And I got to meet Melissa, too. They are just jam-packed. They're both physical therapists, very accomplished up in the northern part of the region. They got the Butler Corridor locked up. Boresha is coming to you through them. We'll talk more about it next week. Until then, this is Dr. Dennis Courtney saying so long for AM Impact on Your Health.